Welcome or welcome back. My name is Lauren, and I am a frugal living, minimalist, semi retired early content creator. I was a trauma therapist in my former life. Recently, I have been decluttering a lot of my things. I was finding that organization and cleanliness were not going hand in hand, and I realized that my capacity is smaller these days than it used to be. I'm a mom of two little girls, and I have recently come out of somewhat of survival mode, although I think we all are in it from time to time in this modern world. So I watched some minimalism and frugality videos that helped me decide that my capacity was just not where it used to be. And for this season in life, we were going to just really rule out anything that was not current. So, a lot of crafts, a lot of clothes, a lot of kitchen items, pantry items even, made their way to new homes. I love living in Hawaii, and it is pretty expensive, but I am very appreciative of the place that I live because I can get outdoors most days, and wow, I love a clear blue ocean. So I try to do things inexpensively or free as much as possible. I play volleyball. I get in the ocean a lot. I go visit my first fish friends with my girls and go running outside and work out outside. I have two very curious and wild kittens in my house, and they provide me a lot of entertainment and a lot of opportunity for extra cleaning. But I do love them both. They are Stinky and Beans, and they welcome you as well. The bird feeder has been a source of entertainment, but also extremely loud when I'm trying to film, so I apologize for background bird noises. I have brought it on myself. But thank you so much for being here. If you like this kind of content, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you again.
I'm Lauren. I am a former trauma therapist turned content creator. I make videos about living frugally, slow living, minimalism, and sometimes early retirement. I say I'm semi-retired early because I have a fourplex in Florida that I somewhat manage from afar, but I do have a property manager, and I wanted to make a little frugal tip video today. Thank you for joining me and the cats on this rainy afternoon. I love a rainy day as a good excuse to do nothing and rest. And I have some social activities this afternoon, so I'm soaking it all in, making videos and content, which is my favorite thing too. So my first frugal tip is TJ Maxx. I put TJ Maxx over Ross and Marshalls because they have a dedicated clearance section. When I go to Ross, although I can find better deals on their clearance, I have to sit and sort through the entire store, whereas TJ Maxx puts it right in one place. And lately, I've been getting my favorite protein powder there. They have the Vega Protein Plus Greens in vanilla and chocolate for $10. If you go on Amazon or Whole Foods, it's double to 3 times that amount. I also use their clearance section for press-on nails and for body wash and soap. Sometimes shampoo and conditioner. I have very low shampoo and conditioner needs, and I found that actually buying Suave or VO5 has been totally fine. Occasionally, if they have a Dove or a Pantene deep conditioner on the clearance section, I would buy it. TJ Maxx and Ross and Marshalls would also fit into this category for tea. Spices, sometimes they're cheaper than Costco. Oftentimes they're not per ounce. Costco can sometimes be cheaper. But honey and tea and coconut sugar for baking, those are often the best price at TJ Maxx, Ross, and Marshalls, at least in my area. And like I said, TJ Maxx, thank you for your dedicated clearance section. I know Ross is great for running shoes. They have Hoka's for $90, but sometimes when I go to Nordstrom Rack, they have them for cheaper, like $50. So it depends, but that's my frugal tip number one. Number two, I have a picky eater. My youngest child does not like food to touch. So when I'm cooking in the Instant Pot, which is cheaper than using your electric stove, it uses less kilowatt hours, it's cheaper. I try to cook as much as I can throughout the day using the Instant Pot for dinner at night. So I'll do the protein first that I get only on Fridays from my local grocery store or Costco. I check the prices. Safeway has been having $4.99 a pound for beef, so Costco has cheaper chicken and turkey, so I buy it accordingly. I get my weekly ad, and as soon as it comes in, I clip all those coupons so I don't have to worry about it when I'm on my way to the grocery store. I know I've clipped everything I'm going to need or possibly want. I use the Instant Pot for the chicken first, same spices, leave the water, make the beans. I make chickpeas. It soaks up a little bit of the fat. And then I do steamed veggies in the same water. And then I do the rice. And the rice still has nutrients and minerals that maybe my child wouldn't eat. And it tastes delicious. So that is how I do it in that order. And then I don't feel as bad when I dump the rest down the drain. So Instant Pot, definitely my favorite kitchen gadget. I do put it away when I'm done with it, like I showed in the video. I've recently been trying to keep my countertops clear. In the kitchen, there's some things that just stay out. The coffee machine stays out. I don't mind it. The fruit stays out. I thrift only on Mondays. I, at my local thrift store, have 20% off as a member. I will also, if I'm going to go on a different day to a different thrift store, I only shop the color that's on sale. When I first started my low buy year, I gave myself free rein at the thrift store. And my shopping addiction did sort of shift from Amazon and Nordstrom and way overspending on so many things to, I think it was comparison shopping. I started off at thrift store and then I bought way too many things, but at a fraction of the cost. And I did end up giving a lot of those items away. A lot of the clothing I still have for the kiddos, but I want you to be gentle with yourself on your frugal minimalist journey and maybe early retirement savings journey. We live and we learn, and that is my last tip on this list. I have a car vacuum and microfiber towels that I keep in the car. When I'm early for pickup, I have a $15 car vacuum. I clean my own car. If it's been raining, I wipe down the outside. I don't care that I look like a weirdo. I usually keep one microfiber cloth for glass and one for the body of the car. I wash them. They came in a big pack. I gave a couple to my partner. I had extras. I gave them to friends. That is also a frugal tip on my list. Anything I have, like clothing that I don't wear anymore, I will keep it in my car. I'm going to go running with some friends this afternoon, and I will say, hey, I brought this along. Would you like it? When you do that with your community, then they will think of you when it's time to get rid of things. And sometimes you end up with really cool stuff for free. So that's another frugal tip, bartering with your friends or trading with your friends. You could if you wanted to. Frugal tip is plain colored clothing. And I personally just like to have things simple and clean and neat and classic. And I think they last longer than patterned clothing, especially trend-wise. So yeah, no patterns for this lady. Occasionally I'll find a classic pattern that I like. And if you really love patterns, don't come for me. Yeah, so Amazon basics and pantry basics at Amazon or Costco. Sometimes they're cheaper at one or the other. Amazon is almost always cheaper than Whole Foods, even though it's the same company, especially when it comes to protein powder. I don't know why, but I will shop around. I have the time. I have the energy. I will shop around at Amazon, Costco, or the grocery store to see what's cheaper. Generally, on Amazon, I'm getting things like tuna fish, oatmeal, and peanut butter. But sometimes Costco is cheaper, but I live on an island. Sometimes they don't have things at Costco. They were out of peanut butter for months and months, and I found a very amazing alternative on Amazon that I could buy in bulk. It worked out great. They have it back at Costco. It's slightly cheaper. There you have it. It's not a perfect science. Okay, so I use Mint Mobile for my cell phone plan. It is $25 a month. I am not sponsored by anyone. You can get 25 bucks a month, unlimited. I pay the whole year. So I pay once and I don't even think about it. And then they let me know about renewal later on. Oh, minimizing my social media. I got off of short form content about 2 months ago. I have grown my YouTube channel from 150 to over 600. I have so much free time and space. And now that I'm doing a low buy, it's so much easier not being influenced on social media. I re-download Instagram to communicate with some friends, and I have to delete the app off my phone almost every day because I'll start scrolling and I needed new face cream and I bought a recommended face cream off of Instagram, and they know me so well. They read your emails. They listen to your phone. They're probably listening right now. So anyway, the very best frugal tip ever is to know yourself, have fun, and be healthy. I think becoming frugal was a response to overspending and realizing that it didn't equate to happiness, not lasting satisfaction or happiness. And I love my house so much more, and I feel a lot less anxiety with less things calling out to me. Once I decluttered, once I stopped being on social media, once I stopped spending, I had all this time to really sit with me and figure out, who am I? What do I want? Who am I without the influence of others? And who am I when I'm not constantly comparing myself to others? And I say this a lot about social media, and YouTube and long form content is included. And when I see something in a video that I really like, I've stopped going out and buying cute cottage stuff because I do love the cottage fairy, and I have bought so many crafts as a result of her videos. And we are not the same person. And nor would I need it to be that way. Living and learning from the negative experience is still wonderful. I have heard the saying that I love from Abraham Hicks, and she says, words don't teach, life experience teaches. And that could not be more true. So know that you can take what you want and leave the rest here. You don't need to go out and buy anything as a result of this video. I have found that when I want to buy something for my house, I generally have it already, or I just need to rearrange something, or I'm using an organization tool here that would be better here, and I swap things out, and I get the exact same relief and satisfaction than buying something new and having to deal with the plastic in the box. Learning yourself and what makes you happy. For me, quitting the gym, I have social anxiety. I don't like being in a space like that, competing for equipment. I don't like the facility itself. It's dark, it's dank, it's stinky. I don't like feeling like a hamster. I feel like if I'm going to be fit, I should be doing it out in the world. I live in Hawaii. I can climb a mountain. I can get in the ocean. I can clean my house. I can go on a walk outside. I can do weights at home. If you like this type of content, please consider liking and subscribing. It would really help me grow. Though I am semi-retired early, I would really love to save up for a couple of trips home to the mainland to see my family. It is getting so expensive to go home, and it is very quickly falling out of my budget. So just because we retire early and we walk away from work doesn't mean we stop creating or having the ability to make money. We are friends with money today, and money does wonderful things for us times. So thanks for being here.